Rheneas, the gallant old engine, did splendid work on a little railway, despite being in difficulty. However, he, along with skarloey, had been worn out after service in a hard condition. In addition, he got his valve gear jammed when he operated on a windy day. As such, his owner sent him to the works where he was built. Rheneas was delighted to get back to his actual home. As he was shunting in the workshop to reworn his paint off so that he can be repainted, Rheneas noticed that someone was already in there, sleeping. Surprisingly, the engine shape was exactly the same as the Rheneas's. "That must be Dorgach," thought Rheneas. "I heard he will also come here to do some restoration." In close inspection, however, Rheneas noticed his assumption was wrong. Although his paint was also peeled off and his texture was bare, Rheneas could see some remaining chips of red paint left. He was also left with the number plate on, and it was number 7, not 2, which he and his twins held. Not for long, the engine opened his eyes and found Rheneas sitting in face to face. Engine's eyes twinkled, like he was in a small boy who received a new toy to replace the one that was broken. "Well, hello there," the engine greeted him. "I saw the workman put the mirror in front of me. I was also surprised that there was another class of us other than Dorgach and I." Rheneas chuckled. "My name is Rheneas, and you? Jennings." The engine answered plainly. Yes," Rheneas pondered. "I know that this is Jennings' works." "My name is Jennings, silly," laughed the engine. "My name was taken from this factory, in fact." Jennings?" Rheneas wondered. "What a lazy way to name an engine, don't you think?" Jennings said. Rheneas was stubborn. He saw just like that, he said. He was too sorry to say what he thought. "Never mind," said Jennings. "That's not your fault. Say that to my manager." Rheneas felt a little chill run down his body. He thought Jennings is looking through his hair. "Never mind about that," continued Jennings. "Please tell me about your railway." Thus, Rheneas told Jennings all about the story, from his birth, his railway, his cousin skarloey, and his struggle during the railway's crisis. "What a wonderful story that was," Jennings beamed. "Despite your difficulty, you brave as things saved the railway. Why could you give all your effort to your railway?" Well," said Rheneas proudly. "Our railway did its best for us. It's natural that I must do all I could." "What a great decision," said Jennings with envy. "Our railway didn't do as much as your railway." "I wanted to ask," wondered Rheneas. "What was your railway?" I have little good feeling about my railway," said Jennings. "I like your railway, I'm afraid." "What do you mean?" Rheneas was surprised. "My railway was in crisis too," said Jennings mournfully. "And I was sent back here. I could still be useful, but everyone didn't think so." "Whatever happens to you?" asked Rheneas. "After I came to our railway along with the other engine, I worked hard. I was painted a different color that day, but our controller didn't approve our effort, said we were too old to work. I tried to prove that he was wrong. In spite of my determination, the fight was cruel. Something was gotten wrong inside me, and I became a rough rider who caused a constant bump when pulling a train or even light shunting. At first, I tried to be careful, but incident can't be stopped. I couldn't help it. My railway didn't do much for me either, as the railway was wealthy enough to afford the time to mend me, and eventually called me Smasher, the smash of the railway. At last, I gave up my situation and kept lumping. The Certino engine tried to say stop, but how can I? I said, listen, but who worries about the hill spirits? And I laughed. Or was in a different place if I listened and accept humbly. Eventually, an ascending engine arrived and I was, well, indisposed. Hearing Jennings' tale, Rheneas thought his speaking was something weird. He didn't seem to tell his story himself. More likely, he told a story in which he was involved, as if he didn't mind it himself. It was an end for me, though. Some of them were sent back or broken up, but I was stored in the shed as a spare engine. I was lucky to deserve such treatment, unlike those who got worse. I was barely steamed up, though. All I did was sit in the shed. I thought it was eternity. And the eagerness of the other capable engine could tackle the problem. A railway couldn't reduce the defect. Eventually, our manager came and said, you are going to be sold back to where you built. I was funded to save our railway's financial problem, and now, here I am. Rheneas was speechless. He didn't know what to say. He never saw such feeling to his friend. I know what you're thinking, said Jennings. But I don't have much feeling over the railway, just as they didn't think much of me. I like your railway. It is no kindness or grace to give back to for the railway. Then Jennings stared at Rheneas again. You are lucky. You should be thankful that your railway provides you a place where you can work perfectly fine, even if they were in a cruel situation. I wasn't blessed unlike you. Whenever we worked hard or not, our railway didn't acknowledge our effort. Somehow, Rheneas thought his ways of speaking has changed. He saw Jennings' story was changed from the monotonous, feelingless reader into the passionate messenger who wanted to tell the something to Rheneas. Well, of course, Rheneas was caught at the first. Then he promised, I will not crucify my railway ever again. That's good. I would do the same thing if I were in your place, said Jennings, who was back in the uninflected voices. At that moment, some workmen approached two engines. They were just passing through with two engines. Suddenly, to Rheneas' surprise, Jennings began to cry loudly. No, no, please! Don't cut me down! This engine is not for scrapping! Calm down. One of the workmen settled Jennings down. We're not meant for breaking up here. Are you sure about that? Jennings whimpered. Well, not today, I'm afraid, said the workman sadly, and he walked away. Whatever will happen to you? Wondered Rheneas. I'll be dismantled, Jennings answered. Rheneas gasped. He didn't feel pity, but he was mad about not the manager who decided to dispose of him, but everything that led him to render that. I'm so sorry. Rheneas, who wasn't overwhelmed by his emotion to Jennings, couldn't say anything. Life isn't fair. Why does he deserve to be scrapped? Never mind, said Jennings. The decision was made, and I'll follow. It was decided, not by my manager, but by the force that we can't defy. I have accepted my fate. Whatever it is going to happen, I must embrace it. What a courageous engine, Rheneas saw. I can't stand sturdy like that had I been in his place. So, please remember, Jennings carried on. Accept your fate, whatever it is, and embrace and ever thank it. Please promise me not to forget. I promise, Rheneas said. Thank you for talking to me. Thanks to you too, Jennings said. Now it is night time. We have to sleep. You're right, Rheneas yawned. Good night, Jennings. Before they knew it, Rheneas' paint was completely taken off. Not for long, he began to sleep. In the meantime, Jennings whispered something to a nearby workman. The next morning, Rheneas got up, only to find Jennings had already gone. He was sad the new friends had been taken away, and he wondered where he was, so he asked workmen nearby. Excuse me, where is Jennings right now? The workman was perplexed. If you excuse me, I reckon you are Jennings. Now, it was Rheneas' turn to perplex. It didn't take time to understand though, as he realized he attached a nameplate that read Jennings. What's going on with my name and number plate? After you slept, Rheneas said his and your name and number plates were mistakenly swapped, so he called out to other workmen to put them back. Rheneas was speechless. He deceived workmen and took over the place of Rheneas. It was then he realized that he was coupled up with work-shunt. He was puzzled. Wait, where are you taking me? Is it the time to mend me already? No, said the workman. I'm afraid we are going to take you to the smelter's here. Rheneas went pale. No, please! I'm not going to be scrapped! I'm Rheneas! Don't take me away! Oh. Rheneas screamed in fear and tear as he was taken away. But no one cared. They thought he was only trying a tantrum as usual. Hearing Rheneas' hysterical cry, Jennings, who got a nameplate, Rheneas, only smiled in a repair shed. Accept your fate whatever it is, he retorted. Embrace and even thank it.
The next day, Rheneas came home. All the engines were there to greet him. Edward pushed his truck to the siding where he was lifted onto his rails. This was the signal for a chorus of whistles from engines large and small. Everyone was happy, and Rheneas was the happiest of all. You know, he whispered to Skarloey, this helps a little engine to feel that at last he has really come